Beloved, money is not a stranger. It is not a distant force, hiding in the clouds or locked behind the walls of the world. Money is an energy, alive, responsive, and obedient to your voice. It hears your tone, it feels your belief, and it answers to your vibration. The way you call your friends, with love, ease, and certainty, is the same way you must call money. When you call a dear friend, you do not wonder if they will answer. You already know they will. You speak with warmth, with assurance, with a smile in your heart. And so, money too responds to the one who calls it in faith, not fear. Many people cry for money as if begging a stranger. They plead, they chase, they worry. And money, being energy, runs from anxiety, hides from doubt, and retreats from the voice that trembles. But the moment you speak to it with calm assurance, as a friend you trust, it turns, it smiles, and it comes joyfully to your door. Say within yourself, money loves me. Money is my faithful servant. It knows my name and finds its way to me in divine order. Speak these words not as a wish but as a truth, for the world within you commands the world without. The universe moves through law, not confusion. The same law that draws birds to their nests and rivers to the sea draws money to the one who expects it rightly. Expectation is the magnet. Gratitude is the open gate. Joy is the song that calls it home. You must never speak of lack, for lack is an illusion built by fear. Speak instead of abundance, for abundance is the eternal reality. The moment you say, I never have enough, you close the door. But when you declare, I always have more than enough, the invisible powers rush to make it so. When you call money like a friend, you do not chase it. You invite it. You do not cry for it. You welcome it. You do not doubt it. You delight in its presence. Imagine money as a loyal companion who enjoys your joy, who feels honored to serve your purpose. You do not apologize for asking it to visit. You simply open your arms and say, come, my friend. We have good work to do together. And when it comes, you treat it with respect. You give it purpose. You allow it to flow, not hoard it in fear, but let it move through you, blessing others, creating beauty, bringing freedom. For money loves movement. It is energy, not stone. It grows when it is loved, multiplies when it is shared, and returns when it is trusted. The one who fears money can never hold it, for fear is a repelling force. But the one who loves it rightly, without greed, without guilt, becomes a fountain through which wealth flows ceaselessly. Each morning, before the world awakens, whisper with faith, money, my friend, I welcome you today. I call you from the north, south, east, and west. Come in divine abundance, guided by divine law. You know where I am, and you know what to do. Then release it. Go about your day in peace, in joy, in certainty that your words have power. Do not watch the clock or question the how. The friend you have called will arrive at the perfect moment, in the perfect way. Remember, beloved, your words are living things. They are messengers of power, servants of your belief. Speak abundance, think abundance, feel abundance. And the friend called money will never be far from you. Money answers to the tone of your belief, not to the words that pass from your lips alone. The language of the universe is vibration, and your belief is the sound that echoes through the unseen world. When you speak of wealth but think in fear, your vibration is divided, and the signal you send is unclear. You cannot call money from the spirit of worry and expect it to arrive joyfully. The tone of your belief must match the words you speak. It must be the quiet, unwavering assurance that money obeys your faith, that it moves through divine law, that it is never lost but always present in the substance of the universe, waiting to take form through your confidence. When you speak of lack, you are sending out a note of dissonance. The universe hears not your need but your fear, and it reflects that tone back to you in the form of delay and scarcity. But when your tone is one of faith, calm, and joy, you harmonize with the energy of supply itself, and money begins to appear through channels known and unknown, in ways beyond your reasoning. The tone of belief is not made of noise, it is made of knowing. There are those who speak 1,000 affirmations but still live in doubt. Their words rise into the air, but their hearts send another message. The wise one speaks little, but what they speak carries the vibration of truth. When you say, I am rich in divine substance, your heart must feel the richness already here. You must taste the freedom of abundance before your hands touch the money. That inner feeling is the real call, the invisible magnet that draws the outer form. Every time you fear, you are telling money that you do not trust it to come. You are saying, I am alone in my supply. And money must obey that thought, for it has no power apart from your consciousness. Your belief is the command that the invisible obeys. Just as a musician tunes an instrument before playing, you must tune your mind before you call. If the strings of your thought are tight with tension or loose with doubt, the melody will falter. But when your faith is tuned in perfect harmony with divine order, every note you play becomes a command that creation fulfills. You do not beg, you do not plead, you simply declare from knowing, I am one with the source of all wealth. In that moment, the law of supply begins to move. It arranges circumstances, opens paths, and draws to you the symbols of your belief. Many souls think that money answers to effort alone, but effort without belief is labor without fruit. True work begins in the mind. The worker who toils in fear of loss plants seeds in rocky soil. But the one who works in trust that divine supply sustains every movement reaps harvests from every seed. The tone of your belief is the soil in which your prosperity grows. Speak softly to your heart each morning, and remind it that all the gold in the world was once thought, that every coin was once a vibration of faith in form. The world you see is made of belief condensed into matter. When you trust that you are provided for, money begins to recognize your vibration as familiar. It knows the sound of assurance. It comes to those who are calm because calmness proves faith. When you are still in your spirit, you are declaring that you know who holds the universe together. That knowing becomes your attraction power. You may have noticed that money flows easily to those who seem untroubled, who act as if supply is their birthright. They do not cling, they do not chase, they simply expect. It is not arrogance but alignment. They know that the divine never withholds, and therefore nothing can be withheld from them. Your tone of belief is shaped by the words you use daily. Every statement you make about money becomes a decree. When you say, I can't afford this, you train your mind to speak in limitation. But when you gently correct yourself and say, the right supply always appears when I need it, you shift your tone from lack to law. You begin to command instead of complain. The invisible forces listen to your every decree and move to fulfill the vibration behind it. Therefore, watch your words, for they are the garments of your belief. Dress your thoughts in abundance, and your life will wear prosperity. There are those who think that faith in money is unspiritual, but they do not understand the nature of divine supply. Money is not material in essence. It is spiritual energy translated into form. It listens not to greed but to gratitude. It comes not to those who demand but to those who trust. Faith is the divine currency, and belief is the voice that spends it. The universe has no resistance to a soul who knows they are rich in spirit. Such a one cannot be kept in poverty, for their belief is too strong, their vibration too high. When you call money, let your tone be as one who calls a loyal friend, not as one who doubts the answer. Feel within yourself the joy of expectation, the certainty that what you need is already on its way. Speak to it as you would to someone who has never failed you. Money is drawn to confidence as light is drawn to clarity. It moves toward warmth, toward joy, toward peace. Your tone of belief is your invitation, your open door. You can test this law in small things. The next time you face a need, still your mind before you act. Speak from faith, not from fear. Say, divine supply meets this need now in perfect order. Feel the truth of it until it rings in your heart. Then release it and go about your day as if the matter were settled. That peace you feel is the right tone, and money will obey it. Fear always speaks too loudly. It tries to command by shouting, by worrying, by controlling. But divine power moves in silence. The whisper of faith carries farther than the cry of fear. The quiet assurance that all is well opens doors no amount of panic can unlock. The one who fears poverty is enslaved by it. But the one who fears nothing commands abundance. Money obeys serenity. It recognizes the vibration of one who knows they are already whole, already supported, already blessed. Train your tone through gratitude. Each time you receive, no matter how small, give thanks as if you have received a fortune. Gratitude strengthens faith because it tells the universe, I trust your flow. That trust becomes magnetic. You begin to notice that needs are met before you speak them, that supply appears from unexpected sources, that you are surrounded by provision you once overlooked. Gratitude tunes your vibration higher, until you no longer call money from fear of lack but from joy of purpose. To call money like a friend, your belief must be friendly. A friend does not respond to anger or complaint, but to warmth and trust. Money, too, moves toward the one who greets it with peace. It senses whether it is welcome or feared. When you say, I love the freedom money brings. I honor the energy of money. You make it your ally. When you say, money is hard to get, you make it your adversary. Your tone decides whether it stays or goes. The great secret is that money is always near, always listening, always ready to serve the one who speaks with faith. Your belief sets the rhythm of its approach. It walks to you at the pace of your trust. The stronger your knowing, the quicker it arrives. For it does not travel through time but through consciousness. When your inner world is aligned with abundance, the outer world must obey. Because matter is but thought made visible. Money answers not to the cry of need but to the command of belief. To call it rightly, you must feel as though it is already here, as though the air around you is thick with invisible supply waiting for your permission to take shape. Speak gently, confidently, as one who understands the law, and let your tone carry the vibration of peace, gratitude, and certainty. The invisible listens to the tone before it listens to the word. And the tone of your belief is the voice of your power. Speak to money as a trusted friend, with love, respect, and certainty of its coming. When you call a friend, you do not question whether they will answer. You know their voice, and they know yours. You speak their name with warmth, not fear, because friendship is born of trust. The same law applies to money. Money is energy, it carries consciousness. It responds to the way you speak about it, to the emotion behind your words, to the thoughts that surround its name. If you speak to money with irritation, guilt, or desperation, it will shy away from you, for those are not the tones of friendship. But if you speak with calm assurance, with appreciation, and with joyful expectation, money begins to draw nearer, as a loyal companion who loves your company. There are those who chase money, as if it is a wild creature that must be trapped. But money is not caught through pursuit. It is invited through recognition. You do not need to run after it, you only need to make it feel welcome. Imagine money as a friend, who enjoys being around those who see its goodness. When you complain about it, when you curse it, when you fear it, you are telling that friend they are unwanted. You close your heart's door. But when you speak kindly of it, when you bless it as it passes through your hands, when you thank it for what it has done, and what it will do, you make your heart a home that money delights to visit again and again. Speaking to money as a friend means removing all tones of shame. Many people have been taught to believe that money is unspiritual, or that wanting it makes one selfish. These thoughts poison the relationship before it can bloom. Money is a servant of divine order. It carries the power to bless, to heal, to build, to uplift. It becomes whatever the heart behind it commands. When your heart is pure and your purpose aligned with good, money becomes an instrument of light. To reject it is to reject one of the universe's most practical forms of service. A friend does not bring harm when treated with love. Money, like any true friend, mirrors the energy you bring to it. If you are impatient, you show that you doubt its loyalty. If you are fearful, you reveal that you do not believe in its faithfulness. But if you are patient, peaceful, and sure, money feels your steadiness and comes willingly. You would not call your friend every hour to ask, "Are you coming?" For that would show mistrust. You would simply prepare a place for them, confident they will arrive at the right time. So too with money. Prepare your atmosphere with gratitude, your thoughts with expectancy, your emotions with joy, and money will come at the appointed hour. To speak as a friend means to speak from equality, not from desperation. You are not beneath money, nor are you above it. You are companions in divine purpose. Money serves you, but it does not control you. You honor it without worship, you command it without arrogance. When you say, "Money loves to serve my good," you restore the right balance. You recognize that money has a role and you have authority. Friendship thrives where there is respect, not domination. When you receive money, bless it as you would a friend arriving at your home. Say, "You are welcome here. Thank you for coming." When you spend it, do not sigh or mourn. Instead say, "Go and return multiplied." Bless those you touch. This keeps your friendship alive. Energy that is honored always returns to its source. Those who complain as they pay bills or give in resentment close the door to returning flow. But those who give with joy keep the channel clear. Speaking as a friend also means listening as a friend. Money has a language. It speaks through intuition, through opportunities, through quiet guidance in your heart. When you are peaceful, you can hear it. It may whisper, "Save here," or "Invest there," or "Let go of this fear." It may nudge you toward a new path, a creative idea, or a generous act. Friendship is not one-sided conversation, it is communication. When you speak to money in love, it speaks back in wisdom. You can practice this law through simple daily rituals. Each morning before you begin your work, greet money as you would greet a companion who walks beside you. Say, "Good morning, my friend. Let's move through this day together. Let every action I take attract more of your energy. Let every thought I think harmonize with prosperity." Feel the warmth of those words. See money smiling in response. As you continue, notice how the energy around you feels lighter, how you move with greater ease. That is the vibration of friendship forming. When difficulties arise, do not scold or accuse money, for a friend does not respond to blame. If a financial challenge appears, speak calmly. Money and I are in perfect harmony. Divine supply is arranging itself now. Replace complaint with conversation. Replace panic with partnership. This keeps the vibration of friendship unbroken. Many people live as if money owes them something, yet they give it no love, no attention, no care. They say they want more, but they resent those who have it. They desire wealth but secretly believe it corrupts. Imagine speaking to a friend in that way. Ignoring them, criticizing them, distrusting them, and then expecting them to stay. That is why money avoids such minds. It does not stay where it is misunderstood. But when you honor those who have used it wisely, when you bless the wealth you see instead of envying it, you signal to money that you understand its purpose. You make yourself safe for it to dwell with. To befriend money is to live in cooperation with divine law. You recognize that money is not your source but your companion in expression. The true source is the infinite mind from which all forms come. When you remember this, you never cling to money nor fear its departure. You know that if one friend leaves, another will come, for the energy of supply is eternal. This detachment deepens your friendship, because it is built on freedom, not possession. The tone of your words matters greatly. Speak softly of money, never harshly. Speak confidently, never timidly. Say often, "Money and I are friends in divine abundance." Let your words carry joy. Feel affection when you speak them. The emotional vibration behind your voice calls it forth more powerfully than any outer effort. When you see a coin on the ground, pick it up and bless it. Whisper, "You are a symbol of my ever-flowing wealth." Treat that small piece as you would a friend's note saying, "I'm thinking of you." That simple act aligns you with gratitude, and gratitude is the heartbeat of prosperity. Money loves to dwell where it is appreciated. If you have made mistakes with money, forgive yourself and release regret. Every friendship deepens through forgiveness. Speak kindly to your past decisions and thank them for what they taught you. Do not hold resentment toward debts, for resentment blocks flow. Instead, speak peace over every obligation, and know that divine order is working through each. The moment you shift your tone to love, the energy begins to move in your favor. Speaking to money as a friend is also an act of self-respect. When you honor money, you honor your own worth, because money mirrors how you value yourself. If you constantly say, "I'm not good with money," you affirm unworthiness. But when you say, "Money and I understand each other," you declare partnership. You teach your subconscious mind to act accordingly. Each evening before sleep, speak words of thanks. "I am grateful for all the ways money has moved through my life today. I bless its flow and its purpose. I know it rests in divine circulation, returning to me multiplied." Feel peace as you rest. knowing your friend is at work even as you sleep. The unseen laws never slumber, they are always moving in harmony with your faith. In time, this friendship grows so strong that you no longer think about lack or delay. You live in quiet assurance that supply is constant. Money becomes as natural to you as breathing. You do not chase it, you do not cling to it, you simply walk together. Companions on the same divine path, serving the same higher purpose, answering the same eternal call of abundance. Treat money as a living energy that flows through joy, gratitude, and divine purpose. Money is not lifeless paper nor cold metal. It is spirit in motion, the visible symbol of invisible supply. It moves like a current, drawn to the vibration that matches its own. When you understand this, you stop trying to hold it tightly, and instead you allow it to move through you as freely as breath. Those who fear to let it go choke its flow. Those who release it with joy keep it alive and multiplying. The universe itself is rhythmic. Oceans rise and fall, seasons turn, night gives way to morning. And money, too, follows the same sacred rhythm. It is energy that responds to emotion. Joy is its invitation, gratitude is its home, and divine purpose is its direction. When you treat money as energy, you begin to see that every thought and feeling about it shapes how it moves in your life. If you see money as scarce, it mirrors scarcity. If you see it as generous, it mirrors generosity. Your consciousness is the mold in which the energy of money takes form. Those who complain of lack do not realize they are commanding lack to remain. Those who bless every penny, who give thanks for what they have, are constantly calling new supply into form. The grateful heart is a magnet for prosperity, because gratitude aligns you with divine abundance. Gratitude turns the invisible into the visible. When you give thanks for what has not yet appeared, you are not lying to yourself. You are acknowledging that in spirit, it already exists. You are claiming it from the unseen into the seen. When you say, "Thank you, universe, for the money flowing to me now," you are tuning your vibration to the frequency of wealth. The law of attraction then has no choice but to deliver its visible counterpart. Gratitude dissolves resistance, and resistance is the only thing that can block the flow. Joy is the natural vibration of abundance. The one who delights in life, who laughs easily, who finds beauty in small things, opens countless invisible doors to prosperity. Joy multiplies because it harmonizes with the creative energy of the universe. When you pursue money with fear, it hides. When you invite it through joy, it runs to meet you. Think of joy as sunlight that draws flowers from the soil. Money, too, blossoms in the warmth of joy. Do not wait for wealth to make you happy. Be happy and watch how wealth begins to appear. When you make money your servant of divine purpose, you lift it from mere material to spiritual tool. Money loves to serve purpose. It was created for movement, to build, to bless, to expand good. When you give it direction through noble intention, it gains power. A person who says, "I desire money to help others, to bring beauty, to spread peace," speaks in harmony with divine law. The universe rushes to assist them because their motive is pure and aligned. But when money is sought in fear or greed, it loses its divine connection and begins to decay. Money held without purpose becomes stagnant. It loses vitality just as water loses freshness when trapped in a sealed jar. You must remember that divine supply is infinite, but its flow depends on your willingness to participate in the exchange of giving and receiving. Those who only take, cut themselves off from the flow. Those who give wisely, with love, open an endless river of return. To treat money as living energy is to understand circulation, that what leaves your hand in joy returns multiplied. Every act of generous giving sends out a signal to the universe that you trust the source. And the universe always proves itself faithful. Many people think that saving or holding money in fear will secure them, but true security comes not from storage, but from consciousness. You can hold a mountain of gold and still feel poor if your thoughts are rooted in lack. But if you hold a few coins with reverence, blessing them for the good they can do, those coins begin to multiply through the unseen channels of divine law. Money expands where there is appreciation. It shrinks where there is complaint. Appreciation keeps the energy alive. To align money with divine purpose, you must know that you are its steward, not its prisoner. You are the channel through which divine abundance flows into the world. You must let it move through projects that uplift, through service that blesses, through creations that inspire. When you use money to advance goodness, it carries a sacred vibration. It becomes consecrated energy, a holy force for creation. You are never poor when your purpose is pure, for divine law supports every soul that serves its harmony. Your emotional relationship with money tells the universe how to treat you. If you feel guilt for having it, it will slip from your grasp to ease your guilt. If you fear losing it, it will obey that fear. But if you feel joy in receiving it and joy in giving it, it will never cease flowing. Feel light when you spend. Feel gratitude when you receive. Feel peace when you think of it. These emotions are the language of energy, and money understands them perfectly. To treat money as living energy, speak to it often. When you pay for something, bless the transaction. I release this energy in joy, knowing it returns to me multiplied. When you receive payment, whisper, "Thank you for the abundance that flows through me." These words carry vibration. They keep your relationship with money clear and clean, unclouded by fear or doubt. Every time you speak with love, you purify its path. Money, like all divine energy, thrives in gratitude. If you wish to attract more, bless what you already have. Bless the roof above you, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, even the smallest coin you hold. Each blessing you speak expands your field of abundance. The universe mirrors your attitude in exact measure. The one who blesses little is given little. But the one who blesses much is given without measure. Gratitude is not merely saying, "Thank you." It is the inner feeling that all is well, that supply is constant, that divine order never fails. As you align your money with divine purpose, it becomes guided by intelligence greater than your own. You may find unexpected opportunities arising, debts dissolving, doors opening, and help appearing just when needed. This is not chance, it is divine energy responding to right relationship. When your motive is to serve, divine law clears your path. Money begins to seek you instead of you seeking it. Understand that joy, gratitude, and purpose are not emotions to practice once in a while but states of being. When you live in these vibrations daily, you become a channel so clear that abundance flows through you without obstruction. You attract prosperity naturally, because you are in tune with the rhythm of divine supply. You stop measuring success by the numbers in an account, and begin to feel it in the peace within your heart. The purpose of money is expansion. To expand good, to expand opportunity, to expand freedom. When you spend, give, or invest, let it be guided by that awareness. Say within yourself, "This money carries divine energy. Wherever it goes, it blesses, multiplies, and returns to me." These thoughts charge money with living power. It becomes not mere currency but spiritual current, moving through the world as a force of light. There are those who say, "I will be generous when I have more." But that thinking delays abundance. Begin where you are. Give from what you have, even if small, for giving in joy is the seed of receiving. The farmer does not wait for the harvest to plant, he plants first in faith. When you give in faith, you are declaring, "I am not afraid, for divine supply never ends." That declaration sets invisible law into motion. The universe begins to echo your confidence, sending back multiplied returns. Money is happiest when it flows. It rejoices in circulation. It wants to move through you, not around you. The more you let it serve your purpose, the more it grows. Hoarded money stagnates because it is separated from its life, force, movement. Circulated money expands because it remains connected to source. Each act of giving renews its vitality. Each act of fear dims it. You hold the power to decide which way it flows. To treat money as living energy is to live in conscious partnership with it. You no longer beg, nor resist, nor chase. You move with it in harmony. You listen to its rhythm, respond to its signals, and bless its presence. You realize that money is not your master but your ally. It is a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of your faith, a servant of your divine intention. The more love and joy you give to it, the more love and joy it brings back to you. For the universe can only return what you send forth.